laughs, bits, tangents. Matt and Mike, virginal fans, began watching One Piece and everything the show had to offer, and their nonsense ideas drove them to create their podcast.
Buggy the Clown is back. Fuck.
This is a One Piece podcast. GG.
These words lured listeners to their grand show in what's now known as the Fun Piece Podcast.
Yo, ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yo, set sail for Fun Piece. Hey everybody, welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast. My name is Matt.
My name is Mike.
And this is and also here is.
I've decided I'm just going to start making noises into the microphone.
Okay, it's the historian.
It's the historian. Hello,
the historian.
Hello, everyone. We're the hosts of not the historian, but Mike and I are the hosts of the Fun Piece Podcast. This is an anime podcast. The two of us are watching One Piece, the anime, for the very first time. We're not reading.
Can't read unless it's subtitles.
Yep.
Or episode titles in cover stories that tell me something that might be inevitable but still surprising.
Or characters' shirts.
Or character shirts. We love reading character shirts.
They have fun shirt words sometimes, like gentle cook and evil. Anyway,
this is a virginal tour.
Yeah.
Matt pretty much said it. We're watching it for the first time.
We're watching it for the
We don't really do the virginal thing anymore.
It's hard to say we're a virgin when we've watched the show for 234 episodes. I don't know.
I feel like we got a taste for it. Listen, I saw Foxy, and I was no longer a virgin.
That's fair.
I'm going to officially say, when you reach Foxy, the Davy back fight,
yeah,
your One Piece cherry has been popped.
Hell yeah. Foxy?
Would you say that's accurate, historian?
I
know, we try to drive him away within the first 5 minutes of every episode.
I'm gonna say, whatever first makes you cry in One Piece, whatever that threshold is for you as a viewer, whether it's Nami, whether it's Chopper, whether it's, I think we're going to talk about the first couple episodes of Water 7, whatever it is that is your soul cashing in, being like, okay, yep, I am a part of this.
Cool.
Okay.
So, Mike, when was that for you?
I feel like I may have cried during... I don't know if I cried during Arlong Park. Definitely bawled my eyes out during Chopper's origin, during Drum Island. Like, goddamn.
I was feeling feelings during both of those things, but I don't think I was full on crying until the end of Alabasta, when everyone's holding their arms in the air. That, because Historian walked in on me watching that, and I literally was... Yeah.
You didn't cry when little Chopper walked in with his broken leg with a mushroom that he gave to his dad that killed his dad? I would have if his dad didn't blow himself up.
I said I was feeling feelings. I would say, I did feel bad, and I felt like welling up inside, but I don't think I was. I wasn't.
I was sobbing.
I wasn't sobbing. If anything, I think I was.
You heard it here, guys. Matt has no heart.
I just said I'd cry. I was bawling my eyes out at the end of Alabasta.
Fuck Alabasta.
I also was crying when they were fucking flying up the fucking the. Oh my god, the stupid fucking current
the
to
knock
go up
up
to
stream?
the knock up stream, and fucking We Are. Basically, whenever We Are starts playing, that's when I cry. And I'm sure it'll come around again. Fucking okay.
Also, if it plays at all in any way, shape, or form for this fucking live action One Piece show, I'm going to cry. And I was crying.
Should we talk about the trailer first?
Yes,
that just dropped?
please.
Okay.
Can we talk
Let's
about
get
the
that out of
trailer? Holy shit!
We will get into the episodes. There's a lot to talk about.
Oh my
Let's talk about the trailer first.
I'm
going to
watch it right now while we're talking. Oh.
This is going to be a long episode, everyone.
I'm super bummed.
Fuck off. You shouldn't be bummed about anything. Fuck off right now.
I'm bummed that they used like generic music for it. Like when they could have done it like an orchestral We Are. That would have been fucking.
This is a teaser.
But
when the full trailer comes, I guarantee it's gonna be fucking orchestrated We Are, and we're gonna lose our fucking minds, baby.
Guess what? If you guys want me to talk about how hot any of the Straw Hat Pirates are, now that they're all played by like 28 and 30-year-olds, except for Luffy, who's baby, now's the time.
How old is Luffy's actor?
Listen. Yeah, I did Google all of them.
Yeah, you did Google all of them.
He's 19 years old.
Oh, wow.
He is baby.
I was curious because I was like, he looks visibly younger than everybody else.
He's got to have that childlike wonder, or it's not going to work.
Yeah, I thought Nami's actor was a lot younger, Emily Rudd, but she's like 30. She's the oldest out of all of them.
Oh yeah.
Sanji's actor looks like somewhere between 25 and 40 in a good way. He looks like
Mike's into that.
Dude, he's unaged Paul Rudd. Listen, fucking, if you're not... Everyone's like, oh yeah, this trailer confirms Zoro's the best. You can fuck... I'm Team Sanji now. I saw that man swan dive into the water shirtless.
You're
gone.
You're sold on Sanji. Until that first moment where he all of a sudden he changes from like beefcake to like, oh no.
I don't know. I think it's gonna maybe it'll play better live action.
I think it's gonna play worse, and I can't wait. It's gonna be so good. I was at work when the Tudum stuff was happening, but I was
the what?
The Tudum stuff. The TUD. I don't know how that's Tudum.
It's the Netflix convention where the trailer premiered, basically.
Yes.
Oh,
they were doing that. It's like a Nintendo.
Say the word Tudum like it's real.
It's like a Nintendo Direct, but it's for Netflix.
Oh, all right.
Basically. Anyway, so
okay, all right.
So they were. I saw that the One Piece stuff was going on and like the cast was doing stuff, but I was at work, so I couldn't do it. But then literally it was like the half hour before our show was about to start, and then motherfucking I saw the trailer went live, and then I immediately watched it 3 times in a row, and then I posted it in the Discord. Folks, we have a Discord for the Fun Piece universe. We call you motherfuckers. If you didn't know already, you should join the Discord. Discord links in the description. Anyway. I watched it 3 times immediately, and then probably once or twice later that night as well. I've watched it a lot. I'm so excited.
How do you feel about Sanji not having a swirly eyebrow?
I feel like a lot of...
I get it.
I feel like a lot of emphasis is put on Sanji's swirly eyebrows. And I feel like I'm going to get some backlash from people. But I don't really care about the swirly eyebrow.
I get why they didn't do it. I like it on Sanji, personally. I think it reads really well in a cartoon. Because it's like he looks like a cool guy, but then you look at his eyebrow and you're like... He's not a cool guy.
See, that is why I'm really nervous about the fucking time skip, because he's going to have that shitty fucking little soul patch bullshit. And that's going to make me mad. I don't care about the swirly eyebrow. I care about that.
I can't tell if it's just because you're like more and more Team Zoro that there's like this worm inside me that's like, Sanji, hey Mike, Sanji's great.
Let's just fucking fight about it.
Sanji is kind of good. I like Sanji's getting up there. It's really upsetting to me. I think I might like the perv characters because I like Master Roshi, except I don't like what Master Roshi does.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's not.
I don't know. I also I enjoy how in like the social media campaign leading up to the Tudum and the release of the teaser trailer and stuff, They had each of the Straw Hats, like the actors who play the Straw Hats, like do a short little video being like talking about the world of One Piece and stuff and their characters. But Zoro, the actor who does Zoro, did not, which I think was great because it's very kind of like in character for Zoro to be like, yeah, I'm not fucking doing that.
Give a shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, hell yeah. Like, but then in the trailer, he's in it a bunch. He's in the trailer a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, like Zoro's such like a big, I don't know. I'm surprised. I think somebody posted like a popularity chart that took, and like Luffy's consistently number one.
Yeah.
Which I get. Like he's the main character, and I think he's probably the most relatable to kids. But like Zoro has to be the most popular among like adult men who are into One Piece. There's no way. Dude is just like oozing like macho energy, and like everyone's like, I want to be Zoro.
But he's also a good dad to Chopper.
He is.
He's a great dad to Chopper.
Did you? I forget if this might be a you moment where somebody said this in the Discord or I read it somewhere, but I feel like somebody pointed out that Zoro absolutely started the beef with Sanji.
Oh, for sure. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Like where Sanji didn't care about Zoro, and then Zoro just started making fun of him, and then that's how it all started.
And then it's just been like escalating every time. Where now they're just like, "Fuck you, fuck you, I don't like you." Do you think? Do you think? Yes, I think
sometimes. Zoro is the. I realize that I can't even remember what's the show with the Olsen twins and Bob Saget.
Full House?
Full House. Is Zoro the Bob Saget? Or is he he's Uncle Jesse.
I don't know. I don't think he's Uncle Jesse.
Or do you think Sanji is Uncle Jesse?
Honestly, I feel like
because Luffy's the two Olsen twins.
Guys.
I think Luffy's not Uncle Jesse.
Luffy's one of the children. They have a dog because that's what Luffy is.
It's probably
Luffy's the dog.
Luffy's the dog, and then I think Zoro and Sanji are the Olsen twins. I think Nami.
They only have the Olsen twins are in it, but they play the same character, right?
Yes.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I don't know. I kind of feel like. I don't know. I kind of feel like Chopper might be Uncle Jesse.
What?
Uncle Jesse's just like the cool not uncle because he's not actually their uncle. He's not related. And he's just like the cool guy who plays guitar and hangs out.
Nami is absolutely the kid who just goes, "How rude."
Isn't that also the Olsen twins?
No. The Olsen twins are just like, "I'm a baby."
No.
That's their
whole
whole
thing. I'm pretty sure that's the Olsen twins.
No, there's the older girl who says how rude everybody is.
No, it is. It's the middle daughter. It's Stephanie. Stephanie has the tagline of how rude.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I may not have watched very much Full House, but I do know that wasn't the Olsen twins.
Okay, whatever. I don't know. I think that was it Jeff Daniels?
It's because
it's not Jeff Daniels. No, that's a different guy. Whoever the other guy is, the weatherman guy.
Who?
That's Usopp. There's a weatherman. He's Usopp.
Oh, the goofy uncle.
Yeah, Goofy. That's not Uncle Jesse. The other one.
Uncle Joey?
That's 100%.
Maybe. I don't fucking.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's Joey.
Hey guys, maybe you should compare to a show you actually know something about.
No, I just think this is
gonna
funny
talk about
because I know
pains.
more. I know more about Full House, a show I didn't really watch, than I do about Pride and Prejudice, a prolific piece of media.
We are going to touch on our feelings about Pride and Prejudice, even though we know nothing about it later, because there is a transponder snail about it.
Have you guys
like Pride and Poopages?
Have you guys talked your piece on the One Piece trailer, or are you?
I have a couple more thoughts and feelings.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I've been seeing some backlash and some hate about the live action, and I think people. Mike, you look perplexed. Are you listening for the?
Sorry, there's like a ringing happening somewhere, but
someone's talking.
I'm gonna go turn off my fan. I realize that's going. You'd say your thing.
Okay, I don't know. Historian, you can talk on this a little because I feel like you immediately did some negativity in the chat after I posted the trailer.
It's because Jimby's not in it.
Jim B. I can't wait to get Jim B in live action.
What negativity did I participate in?
I don't know. You started saying you wanted to see Fishman.
Well, yeah, because I want to see fish. Because here's the thing. I think they did a very good job with the visual, at least on the Sea King. I think Sea King looked phenomenal. I was not expecting it to look like that, and I'm really happy with how that did. Fishmen are going to make or break it. And either it's a cool thing because they're holding on to it for like a more prominent release. You know, in July, maybe on One Piece Day, they're going to release a trailer that does show Arlong, where he is kind of the big antagonist for this season. But also, they might be holding on to it because it visually sucks.
Nah, that's not the truth. You know what's the truth? They're holding on to it for One Piece Day because what's more exciting for the release of a full trailer for a show than at the very end you just hear like well, look who decided to come back. And then you see fucking Nami's like tied up or whatever the fucking Arlong Park, and then it's me Arlong, and I've got me a navigator.
Who's playing Arlong?
We've got a navigator here, and here she is. Hello, Nami, it's me, Arlong. Welcome to my park.
Do you think they're gonna do the teeth come out?
Where he like flexes his mouth and then teeth go like that kind of thing? I fucking hope so. I think
he does the teeth knuckles. They've gotta.
I think they're holding on to that. I was reading somewhere that like most of the footage from the teaser was like all kind of finished like a year ago. Like they've been sitting on the teaser for like a year or something like that. So I'm sure they've been working on it. It truly feels like Netflix, I mean, obviously between this and like Avatar and stuff, I feel like Netflix is pouring a lot of motherfucking time and energy into these live action anime adaptations.
Which Avatar?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay. I was like, oh, they're doing
They're going to do a live action adaptation of a live action movie.
Matt, do you want to get another email? I was going to be so bummed to hear that they were doing a Blue People show.
They're going to do a live action adaptation of a live action show. I love it.
Adaptation, yeah.
It's beautiful. Avatar Way of Water's on Disney Plus. We don't.
Yeah, you know,
there's a free plug for you, Disney Plus.
Yeah, they really need it on this podcast. I will actually finish the first James Cameron Avatar. I just need to watch it with somebody who cares.
That's fair.
I just get so bored.
I
just get so bored, man.
Yeah, I think you can just do what a lot of people do, and by a lot of people I mean me. Sometimes where you make like a little mustache and then you stick it on the TV, and then you watch the movie because it makes it really exciting.
That sounds better.
Because the anticipation of when the mustache lines up with someone's face is the greatest payoff. Because when it actually happens, it's the greatest thing in the world. We did that once. We watched the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, the M. Night Shyamalan one, and we put an we put an Avatar Aang like arrow on the screen, and then a Zuko scar, and then whenever it lined up with someone, we all had a beverage. It was great. It was a good time. Should we do that for One Piece? That could be a fun bonus thing.
Yeah.
What do you stick on the screen?
Straw hat in the corner of the TV.
Oh, okay, yeah. A little straw hat.
Straw hat, yeah. Or like Usopp's goggles.
Sanji's cigarette.
Sanji's cigarette. Oh my god, it's like the driving crooner.
No, they're trying to speed up and it doesn't look good if you go too fast. You gotta be perfect.
They're trying to steal my decals. Nami, they're trying to steal my decals.
Nami, everybody wants to kill me.
Also, but yeah, I like the trailer. I know people are skeptical, and then like some people are like the fucking CGI for like when he gum pistols. But like literally,
fine.
I think it looked fine.
Like,
especially like it's a human being stretching their arm. What the fuck do you want it to look like?
Yeah, it's gonna look like ridiculous. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to tell from the trailer. I hope there's like a touch more color because it was like a little bit dark, but like also you kind of expect that when they do the like live action things. But it wasn't awful either.
Yeah.
I'm excited that Luffy gets to wear different shirts because like the anime has really only let Nami wear different clothes.
Yeah. Oh no, Sanji.
And all the boys are sitting around in their crusty outfits.
Sanji's got different
except for
outfits.
Sanji.
Sanji got that orange shirt this time. These episodes.
Do you know what? Let's segue into.
Can I just say one more thing about the trailer?
Okay.
I was just reading.
I want to talk about the
you were talking about all the shirts that Luffy gets to wear, and then I haven't read the manga, but I saw like a comparison where a bunch of people were excited because they were using a bunch of Oda's covers and cover art to influence people's clothing, which again they're paying a lot of attention to detail that like the fans care about, as well as like. It adds a lot more depth to the characters than just wearing the same exact fucking clothes all the time. Also, like stuff within like the scenery and stuff where like I saw people were really excited because there's literally a fucking lighthouse on the top of the Baratier, and the Baratier is supposed to be like a haven for ships to go to for food when they're on the sea. So it's like, oh yeah, there should be a fucking lighthouse.
Yeah, they did some cool like creative liberties with like the ships and stuff.
Yeah, but it's not like making me feel bad about it or anything. I'm like, oh, that's really fucking cool, and it makes sense. It's cool.
Yeah, I think it's like important. Like if you're remaking or like re-releasing, like the anime is there. It's so prolific, it's not going anywhere. The manga's there. The live action should be different. It should adapt. It should be like its own thing, and that's okay. Yeah, it's honest to God. Like I'm like, oh, cool. I can force my parents to watch One Piece in some form now, and they'll like get it.
I do know Historian talked to me about it, and they can talk more about it as well because they're right here. But they were saying they were very concerned that Luffy and them get the Mary prior to Usopp joining the crew, which I don't think that's the case because it shows Mary
is in there.
It shows cast. It shows Mary's cast. And it shows them a couple times in the trailer with a different ship. They're sailing on a different ship, which like they do for the first little bit until they get to Syrup Village. Yeah. I don't know how you feel about it, Historian. Not to put words in your mouth.
No, I was concerned, and I think that's just, again, drawing on source material. The boat they had prior to the Mary versus the Mary was such a huge comparison. It is such a big deal when they get the Mary because it has a helm and all this other stuff that obviously the little rinky-dink Sanji's little personal boat that they end up taking is literally, it's just like sitting room. It's the submarine at the bottom of the Titanic right now. But they obviously had to scale it up. There is the shot of, unnamed boat A and Alvida's ship riding side by side. So I'm sure they're on that ship before. I think I was just expecting a much drastic difference leading up to the Mary.
Yeah, that's fair. Was that distasteful of me to laugh about the submersible submarine sunk down?
No, we don't like the bourgeoisie on this podcast. It's a One Piece podcast. Also, we don't care about rich people.
Yeah. One Piece doesn't care about rich people. That's like the whole thing.
They just needed to get good with that controller.
Nobody deserves to die. It's unfortunate. But if you don't want to die, don't go into a rickety submarine in the bottom of the ocean with a secondhand, like Mad Catz Xbox controller.
They either needed to get good with that controller or not get locked into that tube from the outside.
Also, please let it be known we are currently recording on Wednesday, June 21st. As of right now, there is still oxygen.
Imagine they're all alive.
Also, we will never be as bad as that guy's son who decided to, instead of helping search for his dad, went to a Blink-182
Blink-182 concert and tweeted at Blink-182 being like, I really need your guys' support tonight. Thank you so much. Like,
music heals.
In music heals, folks. Also, hey, question for you guys.
Yeah.
Can you sing Happy Birthday for me?
Yes.
Sure. Can I say one? I'm going to say one quick thing. If they don't get the Jim Henson Company for season 2 to do Chopper, then that is a mistake. I don't want to see Chopper's legs. I want a puppet hopping across the screen. If you disagree, you're wrong. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy Happy birthday to you. And many more.
At least one more.
Who is it?
Was that good?
That was fantastic, you guys.
It's going to sound like audio hell.
Oh yeah, that was a nightmare.
Who was it for?
You guys got to figure that out.
Is it?
Are they orange?
They're not orange.
Are they a vegetable?
No, not vegetable.
Are they named after a vegetable?
No.
Are they a villain?
Yes.
Oh. Is it Kobe?
Not vegetable, a villain, not pro. No, it's not Kobe.
Have we experienced this villain so far?
I'm only making you guys sing happy birthday for characters you have encountered. Yes.
Cool. Is it?
Do they have lips?
Yes, they have lips.
Are they big lips?
Big lips?
I would say average.
Are
Nothing-
there
it's not.
are their earlobes big?
You cannot see their earlobes.
Are they a minor villain? What?
Yes.
Can't see their earlobes.
You can't see their earlobes.
Were they in filler?
They were not in filler.
Okay.
What the fuck? You can't see their earlobes.
Mm-hmm. You guys are allowed to Google image search while you are guessing as well.
I'm not
It's
Google imaging, searching
Okay.
anything because I will see spoilers for something else.
Were their ears covered by hair?
No, something else.
A hat?
Yes.
Is it
Who wears a
Portia?
hat?
It is not Portia.
Fuck.
Is it Hamburg?
It is not Hamburg.
Is it someone from Foxy's crew?
It is not. They are not from Foxy's crew. No.
Oh.
Is it one of Enaru's boys?
It is not part of Enaru's team. No.
Is it part of Crocodile's Baroque Works?
They are a Baroque Works member.
Oh shit.
Who doesn't have ears?
That's what you're going at. There's so many other specific questions you can ask.
Do they have
Bon Clay has ears?
Do they have devil fruit powers?
Yes. They have devil fruit
Okay.
powers.
Could sharp boobs
Or well,
do?
okay,
Does she have
no.
ears?
Pamela? What was her name? Paula.
She,
Paula.
The name was
They-
Paula.
it is not Paula. They themselves do not have a devil fruit. But they have a weapon that sounds like one.
Oh, it's Mr. Dogball.
No, it's not
Fuck,
Mr. Dogball.
Mr. Four.
Oh, okay.
Whoever had the baseball bat to hit the dog balls.
Nope.
Oh.
But they had a weapon that had devil fruit.
I don't think the weapon necessarily has
Oh God,
it.
was it Mr. Seven?
You are getting close, but it's not Mr. Seven.
Is it Mr. 11? Is that the guy with the hat who got killed on the ship?
It's not Mr. 11.
Shit.
Is it the lady with Mr. Seven, the frog lady?
You are correct. It's Miss Father's Day's birthday.
Miss
Father's Day. Wow, that's 2 days after Father's Day.
Yeah, she's the one. She's got the ribbit gun,
Yeah.
which is why I got
Yeah.
confused for a second. And I was like, devil fruit, and I was like, no, it's just called the Garo gun, and shoots frog bullets for some reason.
Interesting.
Rest in peace.
She has her stupid
Rest in
little frog
peace.
helmet thing, so you
She's
can't see her
dead.
ears. She's not dead.
She's dead.
I was thinking, I feel like it's worth correcting ourselves. I think we talked about Chopper having the highest body count on the Straw Hats. It's 100% Sanji. He snapped so many fucking necks.
Oh my god, when he snapped that fucking bird's neck. Oh
yeah,
my
and
god.
he killed that one round Enaru guy.
Yeah, he's-
Sky Priest.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I feel like I saw something about Gadatsu doing something later, so I don't think Chopper actually killed Gadatsu.
Huh.
Spoilers, maybe. Mike, I've been sitting on a spoiler that I saw. I told his story about it yesterday, and I haven't.
Tell me.
I can't tell you because it'll.
It's probably not as big as the one I'm.
It's gonna
sitting on.
fucking ruin your whole life, and
No,
you need to
Matt.
experience it.
Matt,
What?
I guarantee you it's not as bad as the spoiler that Mike knows.
Really?
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Well, well, he hasn't told me that, so I'm not telling him this one.
Okay.
On
You
the
don't want me
podcast.
to? Do you want me to tell him?
No, do not tell me.
don't.
Don't tell me. No, no.
I don't want Mike to tell you, but Matt thinks he's sitting on a nuclear bomb, and I promise it's not a nuclear bomb.
Okay.
Did you know that Yasopp is Usopp's dad?
Whoa! Did you know that Luffy is actually his own great-grandfather?
Oh my god. Did you know that One Piece takes place in a post-apocalyptic Simpsons universe? The final boss of One Piece is Homer J. Simpson.
Did you know that Ace killed his mom? I don't know.
Oh, dude, that could be real.
I don't know. That could be. Anyway, should we talk about the episodes we watched? It's been half an hour. It's been half an hour. Episode 229.
AKA Sanji wears an orange shirt.
Yep. Honk, 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 honk. It's been 94 episodes since we last saw Buggy the Clown.
Hey, it's me, Buggy the Clown.
It's Buggy the Buggy Watch.
Action.
We haven't seen him, but he's terrifying, and I love it.
I'm a jump scare in the movie.
He's terrifying in the live action, and I love it.
Like for 2 seconds, I bet.
So fucking good.
Background MVP is a cat. That's definitely not a cat. That's a bunny.
That's definitely a bunny
And
with a cat hat on.
Name is Gonbei.
Gonbei. I wrote Gobei, but that didn't feel like the right name.
No, I saw these three and I was like, I need to make sure I 100% get these three accurate because I love them.
Can I write you what so immediately the sea train almost hits the Mary. The Mary doesn't get hit by it because they rear back. Yokozuna the giant frog gets hit by the train, but apparently is fine. Then out of the little house at the lighthouse that the Straw Hats just rolled up on when the sea train appeared, we get. So these are the names that I had for them because I couldn't figure out their names. I wrote Drunk Grandma Coco because it happened so fast, and then Chimney because Chimney was pretty straightforward. Why is this little girl's name Chimney? And then I wrote Gobei because I didn't. Yeah, so
it's the little girl introduces them as Chimney, Gonbei, and Granny Kokoro.
All right, Kokoro. Right, they say that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like the Muppets sing about. I want to go to Kokoro.
That's not the song at all, Mike.
That's where I
want to go. Drinking.
Go down on Kokoro.
Oh, man, going down on Kokoro. I was going to say drinking with Kokoro. Drinking with Kokoro.
You said you like margaritas, and there's no way she doesn't. Anyway, Puffing Tom is the steam train's name.
Yokozuna, Chimney, Gonbei, and a sea train. Shipwrights, a city, water 7, gimme a giant, a fountain, take. Anyway, I lost
it. Went on much longer than I thought.
That was I didn't expect that to even come back, and it came back hard. And
I'll work on it, everyone. Anyway, Drunk Grandma.
What do you need? That was perfect. They talk about Yokozuna challenging the train and how it's inconvenient for the people on board, which will probably come back and be important.
It's just
a frog dude. Is he a fish man?
Is he a fish man?
Yeah, he's just a big frog.
He's just a frog, but he's got hair.
He's got hair. I love the.
He does. Because what if you eat a frog fruit? Can you swim?
Well, he's on the tracks, I think. I think he's leaping around on the tracks. So he doesn't.
No, he was doing the front crawl, man.
Oh, he was doing the front crawl. You know what?
That's very important.
I love the idea of a giant frog just every day is like, I'm going to go fight this fucking train. And then everybody who's just trying to commute to their work, to their job is like, shit, the frog's back to fight the fucking train today. Just every day they have to deal with that on the way to work.
He's ready to go.
So Yokozuna is technically of the species sumo frog, and sumo frog is just its own species, and that's what he is.
Hell yeah, sumo frog.
Mm-hmm.
You've been sitting on sumo frog as an entire species. There's a whole species based
off of the information. There's other stuff, all of the long animals, the kung fu dugongs are their own species.
Interesting.
So he's
just a
sumo frog. Like there's
Man, if we don't get more sumo frogs.
Yeah. Like there's Yagura are the other animal, like big animal introduced in this. Those are just another kind of creature.
Are there more species that are like martial art and then the animal? Like are there like taekwondo deer? Or like
Jiu-jitsu oysters.
There's definitely going to be other stupid animals you guys meet later on.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait for...
I'm just looking at the list of the ones introduced in Water 7, and there's like 8 more links after it of other animal species in One Piece.
I can't wait for John B. and he's like, "Hey there, Straw Hat Luffy. My name's John B. I do magic tricks with a silent small guy. And, you know the sumo frogs? I've had every one of them." And that's going to be John B's whole thing. John B is the new name for Jim B, because I want to keep messing it up. Water 7 is known for its shipyards. It's got a lot of shipwrights, and it makes ships for the world government.
Krav Maga meerkats. Anyway.
CQC turtles.
Sorry.
Kokoro makes them a shitty map made with crayon and tells them to give it to Iceberg.
Yes.
Fucking, man. I was like, who's Iceberg gonna be? And then he was who he was, and I was like, hell yes. Yeah. This guy.
He's great. He's just a child in a man's body.
Everyone introduced in Water 7 is fucking baller as hell so far.
Yeah, I think I made a comment because everyone's really excited for you guys to get to Water 7. A lot happens in Water 7.
Yeah.
But I did make a comment in the Discord specifically because a lot of people are like, oh, this character gets introduced. This character gets introduced. I'm like, Water 7 is full of husbands. There's just so many of them in there.
Well, so good. The boys talk about shipwright preferences. I think Luffy keeps going on. He's like, I want one that's 15 feet tall.
Yeah, which is funny because I'm pretty sure there are some that are that tall, which is awesome.
I think Sanji's like, I want as long as they're sexy or something.
Yeah. And then Nami's like, all right, everyone, come get your allowance. So everyone's hyped about that. But at the same time, like, we get like a really long shot of Robin just staring, like adoring them, which I thought was cute.
Appreciating the family. Orange shirt Sanji appears. That was great.
That was my exact next note.
We got new fit
Sanji.
We love new fit Sanji. Sanji makes me want to wear more suits. I'm not going to do that because I'm not that kind of man. I'm a fucking slug.
More like a. Never mind.
I want you to imagine, like a shaved, defense point chopper. Just shorts. That's me.
Is defense point just the round ball?
I don't know. It could be anything under there, Matt.
It's true.
Keep the mystery alive.
Keep the mystery alive. So they're picturing just whatever they.
I saw a picture. I think it like popped up on Instagram. It was just like a newer art or something. There's like a thick chopper at some point. I don't need to know anything about it. I just saw like a chopper that's built like a Russian nesting doll.
Like a butt chopper? A big old butt?
I don't know. He's like a big, wide chopper.
I know. Are you talking wide in the hips or wide in the shoulders?
No, he's like...
Is the candy corn straight up? Is the candy corn big to small or small to big?
It's big on the bottom, getting smaller, but generally pretty wide. He's kind of built like one of those Bop It clowns that you like punch and it hops back up.
I know what you're talking about. That will be post time skip for you.
Does he look like...
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Does he look like the pill from Osmosis Jones?
The head is like, if you took away the head and if you flipped it upside down and the face was on the crotch.
Hell yeah. Anyway, they spot Water 7, and it's a giant motherfucking fountain.
Whoa.
It's huge. It's gorgeous.
Low-key suit and tie Nami in the background here also.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, hey, you know what, Nami? Not your best fit. Sorry. It's like a real like 8th grader trying to pretend to be professional look.
Hey,
like,
later she doesn't have to pretend to be professional. She is a fucking
no, she
negotiator.
is. Like, don't get me wrong. You don't fuck with Nami. I'm just saying. I don't think the fit's great.
Yeah, that's fair.
Obviously, I have bad takes because I think the cowboy hat's stupid.
Robin's great hat, Robin.
It's fine. It's not. I wrote everyone here's. Oh yeah, everyone in Water 7 as they're like going and just gives them directions and is really helpful and it's unnerving. And I was like, is it just me? And then Usopp comments on it. I think.
Yeah. I believe he does. I think it's because, I don't know, it might get explained later. I feel like everyone is super nice to outsiders because they know how, like, fucking badass all of the shipwrights are, where they're like, if they get fucked with, like, the galley law company is just going to fucking end whoever fucked with them.
And I figure, too, it's like, they're like, oh, you're pirates? Like, go in that way. Like, business is business.
Yeah.
As long as, like... Because we get to see pirates later on who try to double cross the galley law company and get destroyed by Budget Smoker.
Yeah. I like the. I just like they're like, you're not here to plunder, are you? And they're like, no, we just want to get our boat fixed. And he's just like, yeah, go over there. It's just nice. It's very wholesome.
Yeah.
They drop anchor and then Zoro breaks the ship.
Yep. He's too strong.
Yep.
They bring the gold, head into town with a bundle of gold, and they rent some Yagara bowls that are just fish horses. Mm-hmm. They're like little Loch Ness monsters.
Yeah. And they like,
Lapras?
and then they
little Lapras.
What?
You said?
Lapras.
Yeah,
like
like the Pokemon.
Yeah.
They're like Lapras.
But they like
lap ass.
lap asses, and then they understand when people speak and what their needs are, but they're also like
they're very smart.
They're also constantly like,
yeah, they're like little snivelly guys.
Yeah,
but they're not pervert camels. They're just they like food, I guess.
They're pervert Laprases.
And yeah, they head downtown, and that's the end of the episode. It was pretty chill. I'm sure it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, that's it. Episode 230.
230. Gee golly, it's the Galley Law Company.
Whoa, look at you. Some alliteration in there.
Background MVP is the green Yagara.
Oh, hell yeah. That was a good one.
Fucking get shit done.
Yeah.
Respect this guy.
Usopp, Nami, Luffy on their Yagaras. They're seeing the sights and all the canals.
Yeah, this is when Usopp's like, everyone's a little bit too friendly, and then a dude sticks his head out the window and is like, nice long nose. And he's like, okay.
Yeah. and then he's like, he says something to Nami. I don't remember what he said. And then immediately like gets like dragged back inside, and then his wife like appears out, and she's like, oh, it's fine. He says that to everybody.
Oh, the dude who like hits on Nami.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, hello there, young lady.
Yeah.
Like he's like a weird Frenchman.
Yeah. The fish horses take them to the top of a water slide, which is not the direction that Nami saw on the map. But ultimately, it was a shortcut. They just like zoomed to the top and then just like jumped over half the city.
Launched themselves off. Yeah.
Just launched them over the city, up this giant water slide, jump, and then landed directly in the shopping district.
Yeah, and we start to see a bunch of masked people.
Yeah, which is interesting.
There's like a bigger Yagara type thing, some kind of whale shark looking monster with a bunch of masked people. Creepy, scary masked people.
Yeah, which is interesting about like why. Mike, let's make some predictions right now. Why do you think some people are masked?
I think it's because Oda was like, Venice is cool, and read a book on the Renaissance and masked parties, and then was like, I'll put that in here. And then he's like, I don't know what they are yet, but I'll figure it out later.
Interesting.
No, they're probably like weird 1%ers who are like going to go have the One Piece equivalent of an orgy. I don't know what that's going to be.
They're going to have an Eyes Wide Shut party. I feel like it's probably something to do with, I mean, whether they're criminals.
Frankie wears one.
Frankie wears one too. Yeah, I'm wondering.
Oh, maybe they're pirates. They're probably all pirates.
Yeah, like maybe they're all wearing masks because they're pirates, or maybe they're wearing masks because they're not pirates. Maybe they're wearing masks because they are I don't know. Maybe it's like they want to do business in town, but if they were like their normal selves, whether they're like a pirate or a marine or something like that, they would like draw too much attention to themselves. So that's why they wear the mask. I don't know.
I love this because all of your predictions were both a little bit right and a little bit wrong.
My orgy.
Orgies.
The orgy, right?
It's all about the orgies.
Well, Water 7 is based off of Italy, strictly, specifically Venice.
Sure.
So it does have a lot of influence on it. But I mean, I'm pretty sure Robin mentions it. She's like, oh, well, I make a point to like read up on where I'm going, the people I'm going to be interacting with. There is like,
she listened in.
Yeah, there is like a continuous festival that these people have that influences part of it, but also there could be something else.
Interesting. They're just all performing an elaborate commedia dell'arte theater piece.
Way to flex that theater degree, Matt.
I gotta once in a while. Anyway, Luffy gets 10 water meats, and he's like, this is the best food ever.
Oh, yeah. They look like testicles.
I thought they're like kind of floppy balloons, but also they're like big drumsticks. It's weird.
Oh.
What do you think? What kind of
testicles look like?
No, yeah. What do you think? What do you think? What kind of animal produces water meat?
I bet. I bet they're from the sea monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like they're just cutting up the Yagara seahorse things.
No, I think they're from the sea monkeys. The size is right.
The balls. Gross. The pirates are we flash over on like Dock 1 where the main Galileo Co is. There's a group of pirates that were getting their ship repaired and they're refusing to pay Iceberg.
Are you talking about the Mikazuki crew?
I don't care what their names are. They fucking get beat the fuck up and they're gone. Sorry.
I was just saying, at this point, I don't know when people are going to be important or not.
I know. But like that felt very unimportant. I was like, these characters are going to get beat up and then leave.
Some might say Chicky Cheetah was unimportant, but I would argue that I'm glad that name is stuck in my head forever.
Chicky Cheetah is a cheetah, always was, always will be, and will probably come back with Foxy at some point, maybe.
I'm gonna piss if Foxy comes back.
I'm gonna piss.
When he comes back.
Historian, I have a
because
question.
I want to will that into existence.
Historian.
Yeah.
I know there's a movie.
I know you said in One Piece Film Red at the end for some reason it shows like everyone ever. Because I asked if Gaimon was there, and you said Gaimon was there.
Gaimon was there, and Gaimon gets a girlfriend.
Gaimon's girlfriend. Girlmon. Anyway, question.
Agumon.
It's Agumon from Digimon. Agumon and Gaimon together.
Is Foxy there?
Is Foxy there? Yeah, is Foxy there?
Is Foxy there?
Is Foxy there?
Let me hold on. I'm pretty sure I remember finding online there's like it's like a credit montage where they go through everything. So let me just go. Okay, so there's Galileo.
Excuse me.
There's Chimney.
This is like the K-pop one, right? Or the J-pop, I guess.
It's like weaponized Tatsune Miku.
Hell yeah.
God, see, that's 100% Foxy's bag.
I can't wait.
I'm surprised he didn't come up with that scheme.
I don't.
Everybody likes it, the Vocaloid, so I'm going to turn it evil.
I don't remember if they show Foxy, and going off of this, it does not look like they show.
Cowards.
I can't wait for Smoker to come back, and Smoker's like, there's only one pirate in this sea I respect, and it's Silver Fox Foxy.
and my best friend, Daddy the Father.
Yeah, my best friend. He's not a pirate. He's just a guy with he's a weird Trigun character. Daddy the father. He's drawn differently from everybody else.
He really was. Anyway, the pirate crew is refusing to pay for their repairs, and Caulifla,
Khalifa.
Like
Wiz. Wiz Khalifa.
Yes.
Assume that's her full
who
name.
is Iceberg's assistant. They in Iceberg are there, and then I just wrote so many uniquely shaped people.
I saw all the shipwrights and I was like, I love all of them. And then I wrote a note that just said mustache !
Lulu.
Yes,
Lulu does not disappoint.
I wrote down all of their names because I figured they would be important.
I think did I do that?
So the shipwrights basically like beat the fuck
Also,
up on this crew.
I don't want to interrupt, but in turn, in regards to Lulu, you guys meet all the shipwrights. You meet Mayor Iceberg and everything. Mm-hmm. Lulu does have a second half to his name. He does have a full legal name, much like Wiz Khalifa. Would you like to guess what Lulu's first name is?
First name?
Because I know you won't be able to guess it.
So it's like blank Lulu, or is it Lulu blank?
It's blank Lulu, but it's the same.
Is it
like
lemon?
That's what I was gonna say.
It is not Lululemon.
Is it lime?
No, you guys are not going to be able to guess this, and I.
Is it a very masculine sounding name?
No.
Okay. Is it Stacy?
No.
Is it Whimperbottom?
That's closer somehow.
Whoa. Is it Whittleton?
No.
Can you give us the letter that it starts with?
Warp Pipe?
I'm just going to give you the name because, again, it's not like necessarily an actual name, but Lulu's first name is Peepley. Peepley. L-E-Y.
Peepley Lulu.
Peepley Lulu. I love that.
I know I said that I don't want to sexualize all these cartoon characters, but...
Polly is just Polly. Tilestone is just Tilestone. Lucci also has a first name, but that's not important.
Lucci.
Pee-Pee Lulu.
Pee-Pee Lulu.
Peeply Lulu.
Are you sure that Lucci's name isn't Little Lucci Rudy Tooty Point and Shooty or something? That man looks like he's gonna drink milk and commit crimes.
Yes, it's wonderful. And then Kaku. I love that Kaku. Everyone's just like Usopp.
Yeah.
Usopp? No, Usopp.
Usopp? No, it's not Usopp. His nose is square. Anyway, we'll get there.
Oh my god, I'm going to talk about Kaku because Kaku reminds me of somebody I know and I've known in real life. It was so like uncanny. Interesting how much Kaku was this man. Anyway,
we get the shipwrights beat up the fucking pirates. We see the water elevator, or we hear about the water elevator.
Oh,
whatever.
I want to say one more thing. About Polly.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is he just wholesale a ripoff of Sid from Final Fantasy VII?
He looks exactly like Sid from Final Fantasy VII.
He looks exactly like a younger Sid from Final Fantasy VII.
I was like, holy shit, there he is.
Okay, just because he's a blonde mechanic.
A blonde mechanic with like gritty fucking cigar, fucking the blue like theming of the clothes, the goggles. Like, it's everything. It's everything.
And you... Okay. Like, there's no way in hell. Like, I think you've told us that Oda has played, like, every Dragon Quest, right? There's no way he didn't play Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
The beginning of Water 7 is, like, 1-for-1 entering a new city in JRPG. Like, it's just like, we're just having a chill time and meeting some NPCs, and it's pretty cool. And then, here's some characters and some drama. Like,
I wrote a note later on, like, that is the case. However, I felt very similar to how it felt with fucking Ocean's Dream, how it felt like we were like in a JRPG and entering into like a new area.
Yeah.
I thought that the writing and the structure and like the beat for beat moments throughout these episodes we watched in the beginning of Water 7, I thought it was fucking perfect. I was like, this is like the best paced One Piece we've had so far. That is how I felt.
100%.
I was just like,
the stakes are real.
The stakes
for once.
The stakes are real, and we're getting like forward momentum in like the story and
Yeah.
what's happening, and like
Character development.
We're not like super dwelling on anything. I was like, holy shit, this is like, what the fuck happened between fucking Skypiea and this? Like, did everybody go to like a fucking how to write a story seminar? Like, this is awesome.
Years and years, right? There's probably years between these like stories being written.
Yeah, I don't know if that's us being a dick about it, but I was like, this is I'm excited. Things are moving. I hope it doesn't slow down. I'm sure it will, but whatever. Or maybe it won't.
Maybe there'll be a long fight. There'll probably be a long fight.
Yeah, which is fine.
I haven't. So I think you were talking about, before I interrupted you were talking about the Watergates.
Yes.
And Luffy says, I don't know what Watergate is. So Luffy has not heard of the Richard Nixon Watergate scandal.
Nixon doesn't exist in
Confirmed.
Good, confirmed. Luffy voted for Nixon. Sanji and Zoro are stuck on the ship. Zoro's sleeping. Sanji's hanging around doing whatever, and then he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go shopping. And then Zoro just is like, great, I'm going back to bed.
Oh, yeah, he's like, where's Robin and Chopper? And Zoro's like, oh, I think they went into town. And Sanji's like, I'm here with you. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Like, I can't.
Yeah. Chopper and Robin are walking around, and then fucking Robin, I got a little swampy when I was watching this, and I was like, Robin looks good.
What the fuck is she wearing? I didn't even notice.
I don't know. It was like a black outfit, and I was just like, Robin looks good. Historian, Robin looks good. Not to like be creepy about it, but I was like, oh, well, anyway.
Oh, okay. I saw that, and I was like, that looks fucking like it's all pleather and awful.
Probably hot. Probably hot.
That all I can imagine is, it's a good thing it's like a One Piece dress, because One Piece because you just hear like as she walks.
You just hear like squeak, squank, squeak, squank, squeak, squank.
Yeah, that's the sound that.
All right. Anyway,
you have whoever does the weird sounds in One Piece.
Yeah.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Anyway, Robin's getting a lot of compliments, and then Chopper goes, "Man, this place is full of Sanjis." Which
I missed that line.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
so
Chopper with the dig,
which is very funny. And then I don't know what I wrote. Robin
talks about being like hyper vigilant. Basically, like she's like, oh, I like can't help but just like listen in on what people are talking about. There's like a ball happening.
She says she has a critical eye and ear of the environment when she goes places. Yeah. And they go to a bookstore.
It's the Masked Fella Bluno is what I wrote. I don't know if that's correct. Does that sound right, historian?
Yes.
Okay. The Masked Fella Bluno.
Yeah. Anyway, they get to a bookstore, and Chopper goes inside. Mm-hmm. And Robin is about to go inside, but then a creepy masked person comes by and says, CP9.
CP9. Mysterious. And then some pleather-wearing dudes jump Zoro, which, I don't know about you, Matt. I saw this, and I was like, that's a bad idea.
I think in our private, our crew chat, Historian sent you a video.
Oh, is that what that video was?
Historian sent Mike a video of me because I was preparing a snack before the next episode, where I was so excited and I just kept shouting, "Zoro's gonna kill 100 guys."
Yeah.
Zoro's gonna kill 100 guys.
It's like Zoro's not suffering any major injury. These guys aren't big bads.
No.
This is not going to go well for them.
No.
Because Zoro he's a John Wick.
Yes, he is. He is a weapon. You point him in a direction and he kills. So I was very excited for that. I was a little I'm not that excited for the start of this next episode. 31.
Episode 31. Who the fuck is the Frankie family?
Yeah.
Background MVP? Tyrannosaurus the mouse.
Hell yeah, Tyrannosaurus.
Fucking
oh my god. What a cute little mouse.
T-Saurus.
T-Rex.
I would die for Tyrannosaurus.
Hell yeah.
That immediately gave me just so much fucking respect for Iceberg. That whole...
He's like, I just found this mouse. And
well, this is just a mouse I found. His name is Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah. It's like, all right, good. We love you.
What a boss.
This episode started.
We're introduced to the Frankie family.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. You go. No,
I was going to say
talk about your disappointment.
No, I just said the episode started, and I was like, we're going to find out who the fuck Frankie is.
Mm-hmm. And Zoro rhinocycles a bunch of dudes.
Yes, he two sword style rhinocycles and knocks all the dudes in the water, which was a little upsetting. I wish he killed them.
How do you feel about rhinocycle as a move name for Zoro? It seems a little out of character.
It does, but also I think it's kind of funny.
You don't think it would be like, I would have guessed like spinning demon slash. I feel like he made up a move and he's like, a rhinocycle. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck. I gotta work on that one. I don't know. I think he probably like had a dream about seeing a rhino driving a motorcycle, and he was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna name that my next move. And then
I fucking love Rocksteady, the Ninja Turtles character. So he's my favorite
Ninja Turtle character, and I'm
Rocksteady is Zoro's Blorbo.
He's just my little guy, my little Blorbo. I'm gonna name my
Sanji's
two sword style move after him.
Sanji's like, Zoro, did you write a bunch of TMNT fanfic? I like that they're green and my hair's green.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm predicting.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is ever resolved. I don't think Zoro's fully human.
Really?
I don't think.
Do you think
Zoro
he's part
is
rhino?
100%. I don't know. We just don't know that much about him, and I feel like there might be something else going on in there. People don't really have like super weird colored hair in this show. And the fact that they like, draw attention to the fact that he's got green hair.
Well, didn't we talk about at some point that Zoro's just like so gross, that's why his hair is green? Like it's actually moss. And that's why they call him Moss Head, because he's got actual moss growing in his hair.
So nasty.
Because he doesn't shower.
I don't know. I feel like Zoro's gonna be part giant or fish man or something. Maybe he's got a little boji going on.
Maybe he's part dog, and that's why he likes to put the sword in his mouth.
That might be it.
Maybe
He's crocodile.
Maybe
that's it.
Maybe Zoro is part staircase, and he rejects his family, and he feels a deep burden from the fact that his family killed his lone rival in this world, Kawina.
Wait, so your hot take this episode is that one of Zoro's parents was a flight of stairs?
Yes.
Yeah, and the other
one is a pile of moss.
A gun. Oh.
It was like a weird throuple situation where a gun, some moss, and a staircase got together, and Zoro came out
by a radioactive staircase. Luffy and friends go to the bank. Next.
Great.
Just like stairs, they have to take stairs at some point to get to this bank.
Yes, where they're cashing in all their gold from Skypiea to get berries.
That Skypiea golds, which I feel like they still got like shrifted a little bit for how much gold they had. 300 million berries. But the dude tries to give him 100 million berries for the gold, and like Luffy and Usopp are like, "Oh hell yeah!" And Nami's like, "I'm not playing games."
She throws her foot down on the table when they go to sign, because he said they have to sign it with a thumbprint or a fingerprint, and Nami throws her foot down, and Luffy just goes, "What's up? Are you giving him a toe print?"
Yes. Okay. I'm so curious how many of those like little quips are just the English voice actors just being like, "Can I say this?"
Yeah.
And us put it in,
and then
they're like, "Yeah, whatever, I don't care."
But Nami doesn't accept the appraisal of their gold and says, "You need to do better, or like we'll fuck you up." And so they appraise it for 300 million berries, and they get
it in suitcases. And what does Luffy do?
He immediately starts swinging the suitcase around
and just launches it.
Yeah,
fucking so stressful.
So then Luffy is no longer, he launches in the air, they get it back, so then Luffy's no longer responsible for carrying suitcases. So Usopp has 2 and Nami has 1. Yeah.
And the Frankie family is stalking them.
Yes, they are, because they can see that they just got a bunch of fucking money, and they want it.
We jump over to an Usopp-looking man. Oh, no, I guess we don't jump over. He approaches them when they get to the shipyard. There's an Usopp-looking guy named Kaku, but he's got a square nose.
Yes, they call him Kaku, the mountain wind.
The mountain wind. And he says, darn Skippy. And I really like that. I like that a lot.
Yep.
I worked with a guy who was like around my age at a summer camp. He ran like a gazelle. He was very fast, but he ran in the most ridiculous way. And also, he was just such a good boy. It was like he never cursed. He never even said anything like remotely aggressive or anything. He was just, it was all like, gee willikers, like unironically. Fucking crazy. And I just got flashbacks to this guy. Joel, if you're listening, you're not, because I know you're a good Christian boy who doesn't believe in anime.
I said this to Historian. I don't know why, but like Kaku's voice reminded me of like Chris Evans's voice when he's like being like fucking Captain America. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was very
like, oh,
because
he's I'm Captain America. I'm Kaku.
Yeah, he's talking like casual like 50s good boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, well, boy golly.
Yeah.
You're in quite a pickle now, aren't you, mister?
Yeah.
Like,
it's just very like
he's got like Tintin energy.
Yeah, very Tintin. Yeah.
Except
yeah.
like less like invade the natives Tintin.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. He is the Dock 1 carpentry foreman.
He's one of them. There's like a few.
Yes.
We saw the other ones earlier.
Yes. Anyway, so that's that. We cut over to Sanji. Sanji has food that he's been shopping for.
I heard Sanji talks to himself, then the note, this face, and I drew the face he makes at the lady, and I think she says, stop making that face.
Yeah.
it's like a scrungly face.
Yeah, it's a very scrungly face.
If you need a description, it's real like scrungle.
Real scrungle Sanji, yeah.
Yeah, scrungle sex offender Sanji face.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Anyway, he spots Robin walking with the CP9 masked dude, and he's like, Robin? And then he follows her over, and Robin and CP9 masked man are gone when he turns the corner. And then he also sees Kaku jump over his head, because Kaku is going to go check out the Going Merry. Oh. We jumped over that completely. Yeah. Kaku's, before Luffy, Nami, and Usopp get the Galley Law Company to fix the Going Merry, Kaku's going to go check it out. So Kaku like literally throws himself into the air because he's like, I'll be back in 10 minutes, bye, and like runs.
Kaku is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, pretty much. So he's like leaping from the top of a building to the next top of the building to get to the Merry, so he can look at it and then go back to the Galley Law and be like, it's going to cost this much.
Yeah.
So
I think we also found out during this that Iceberg is the mayor.
Yes.
But that gets elaborated on later.
Kaku gets to the ship, and Zoro opens one eye and just goes, oh, it's Usopp. And then Kaku's just like... and then Zoro like has a moment of realization where you see like in his head, Kaku's square nose turns into Usopp's like round nose, and he's like, oh, and then he like pulls out his swords and he's like, you're not Usopp.
Yeah, he's like, oh, hey there, mister. I didn't mean to wake you. I'm just checking out the ship.
Yeah.
Zoro has a very good, like, he's like good dog sense. Like when a dog is like, nah, this guy's fine.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna murder him.
Yeah.
It's also like why I wouldn't let Zoro around like 3-year-olds because he might eat them.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Luffy, Nami, and Usopp are talking with Khalifa and Iceberg. and she mentions Nico Robin, and then like I think it showed Iceberg's eyes like being like,
but yeah, Iceberg like is also like, oh, you Nico Robin's on your crew, right? Like he brings it up at some point again.
Yeah.
Like he knows about her, and then he definitely knows about her.
Yeah.
We find out later.
Yeah. And then he mentions his mouse he just found, Tyrannosaurus,
Yeah.
which we're very excited about.
Khalifa gets upset because they kind of disrespect Iceberg. I don't remember what they said, but she tries to kick the Straw Hats and just kicks Iceberg.
I think Luffy does it. He just like says like, "Oh, this fucking guy,
Yeah.
Luffy stuff."
Yeah.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden they realize their money's gone.
Money's gone. There's I don't think we've ever mentioned. Maybe like once we have. It's important to say at the end of every episode, it says "to be continued"
Yes.
in big text, so that you as the viewer know that the story's going to keep going.
It is very important.
In this case, it says "to be continued." It plays some credits, a preview for the next episode, and then it's episode
230.
230.
We do at the end of the previous episode and beginning of this one, whatever. We see like some of the Frankie family in a boat in the canal next to the Galley Law Company Dock 1 with their suitcases. And I literally just wrote, Luffy could resolve this very easily, and he just doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, which is
But
whatever.
We find out in the next episode, he thinks that Usopp just gave them the money for some reason.
Yeah, which is
Because he's an idiot.
yeah, it's fine.
Listen, the one brain cell that these two share just got swapped. They're like orange cats. Him and Zoro are orange cats, and like. Anyway, I called episode 232 the not so going merry sad face. Background MVP is the shipwright who found their suitcases.
Polly.
No, it wasn't Polly. There's like later
Oh,
on
that
after Usopp gets Usopp napped, he finds some suitcases to bring back.
Do you think that was a shipwright? We could talk about it in a bit. Do you think that was a shipwright, or do you think that was a member of the Frankie family?
No, I think that was just like a dude who worked in the
Okay.
like the yard. I don't think he was I don't think the Frankie family has that kind of subtlety to like look like a normal person.
That's fair. Frankie family took the money.
Yeah, they're getting away, and then we see Polly getting chased by like loan sharks.
Yep.
And then he sees that there's some Yaguras below, and he's like, "Oh, cool, rope action!" And he leaps off, and he ropes them and slams them together.
Polly's got
And then
rope.
Yeah, did he eat the rope fruit, or is he just good with rope?
Historian.
Are we gonna find out?
I don't think it's ever explicitly explained. I was just looking at the Polly Wikipedia page because I don't think I ever questioned it. He does not have a devil fruit power. He's just that good.
He just launches ropes out of his sleeves.
I wish we had Sebastian on with some of these episodes. I want to know Sebastian's opinions on the Galley Law Company and how accurate he thinks these dudes are as carpenters.
I know
I've never like really seen carpenters work, so I'm curious if this is how it is.
I know Sebastian, who's been on the podcast previously, had not experienced any One Piece, but I'm pretty sure Sebastian is like almost caught up to us on the manga.
I think he's passed us on the manga.
I think so too, actually. So we could actually probably get his opinion.
Yeah, I'm curious. Okay. Polly steals the money.
Yes, Polly steals the money.
And then Luffy's going to go get it back, but then he's stopped by Lucci, who communicates via pigeon.
Yes, he does. It's so exciting. I'm sorry to yawn.
That's okay.
That bird, I love that bird. Fuck yeah, that bird's awesome.
I was so confused. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then every time I said, what the fuck is happening, Usopp was like, what the fuck is happening?
It was so awesome. I love that bird.
We briefly cut back to Kaku inspecting the ship, and he's like taking floorboards up and stuff, and he's like, uh-oh. And Zoro's just kind of watching, like a dad watches a plumber come into their home.
We learned
Lucci gets the money back. Oh, sorry, what?
No, that's fine. Luffy gets the money back. We learned that the Frankie family basically tends to collect bounties on pirates and then take those pirates' ships and sell the ships for parts. And that's how they, like, continue their criminal underworld shit. And that the underboss, whatever, leader of the Frankie family is, of course, Frankie.
Frankie.
Who the fuck is Frankie? That's who the fuck Frankie is. He's a piece of shit. Fuck him. Dead to me.
Lucci brings... I know we're definitely going to double back on that one. Right now, though, fuck Frankie. Holy shit. Lucci gets the money back. Polly gets pissed off at Lucci and attacks him. They have this like big, he like ropes him and slams him into the ground, but Lucci just catches himself with one arm as the like pigeon escapes and just hops back up.
He shoves
Lucci's great.
Lucci shoves his fingertips into like the concrete to stop himself. It's so fucking cool. I literally wrote the Galley Law crew are cool as fucking hell.
Galley Law crew, fucking man. I think Usopp asks. They're all like, "Holy crap, he caught himself! I thought he was dead. Oh my god!" And then it's like, "Okay, what's going on with the pigeon?" And I think Nami's like, "Ventriloquism.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah,
because the pigeon is like, I'm Hattori, and this is Rob Lucci." And then they piece it together. I thought it was going to be so much more complicated. Like this pigeon ate a devil fruit that is just like a make a man fruit or something. Like a Mulan fruit.
Oh my god. That'd be very funny.
But no, it's just a pigeon that he trained to move its mouth while he does ventriloquism, which is because he doesn't know how to talk to people. Wild.
Polly's freaking out about legs, I wrote.
Yeah, Polly sees the like how short Nami's skirt is, and he's like, you hussy, you're walking around showing that much leg. You should be wearing an ankle length skirt or pants if you want to be taken seriously. This is inappropriate in a workplace full of men.
Yeah, and then Khalifa's like right there too, and he's like, "Are you kidding me over here?" And then it's like yelling about her legs.
Polly is like the Mormon to Sanji's pervert.
Even
historian.
Yeah.
Is Polly a Mormon?
I don't think Polly's a Mormon. I think Polly is also kind of a pervert, but has the decency to be like, "Whoa, guys, if I'm looking, other people are definitely looking. Like, you gotta do something about that."
God, man, I'm so curious. I feel like he's related to Smoker somehow, because he also has a bandolier of cigars.
I mean, that just might be the vibe. But
is that just a thing?
That would be kind of cool.
Did he see Smoker? Smoker seems older than Polly, but it's hard to tell. And it's just like, oh yeah, I like that guy's style.
Well, how old did we say Smoker is? Hold on.
I think he's like 30s. Late 30s.
He's probably like 25.
Well, Polly is. Oh my god, Polly's 24. That hurts my feelings.
Polly's 24. Wow.
I don't think.
And Smoker's 34. So there's a decade difference between these two guys.
I don't like that.
Smoker is like. 100% a 40-year-old man.
Yeah, Smoker is definitely in his 40s, not in his 30s. He's he's grizzled and like
34 years
graying.
old.
I guess, yeah.
I
say
Polly's 24 hurts me. Polly is not a young 24.
Well, it feels like I remember like if you look at like old like Street Fighter character profiles, it's like Chun-Li's 100 pounds, and you're like, the fuck she is? That lady is 200 pounds of leg muscle. Like, you guys don't understand how measurements or time work. Like, fucking, there's no world. Like, I'm grateful for the live action show because, Zoro actually looks younger. Whereas in the anime, Zoro reads as a 30-year-old man minimum.
I don't want to go on a tangent.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to go on a tangent right now. However, if there's one thing that the One Piece live-action television show for Netflix must do for all of us, It's get goddamn Jamie Lee Curtis as much money as fucking possible to be Dr. Kareha. Like, literally, empty your fucking wallets, Netflix.
I don't think they have to pay her. I think she'll just do it.
Fucking do it. Just fucking do it. It was so good. It has to happen. She wants to do it. We all want it. It's perfect casting. Fucking and get the Jim Henson Company to be Chopper, because that would be the two of them together.
Kirsten Shaw voice Chopper.
That would be hilarious. I would love that. Those three things all together. Ooh, who would you cast as live action Dr. Hirolook? Did they do that already?
Sorry, Kristen Shaw. I don't know why I thought it was Kirsten.
Is it just Christopher Lloyd?
Yeah, like I want it to be Christopher Lloyd, but I feel like he's got to be a little bit. I think Christopher Lloyd might be a little bit beyond that. The guy, he's in. He's in A Good Place, and he always plays a crazy dude. He's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine too. He's got the crazy hair.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of the actor's name.
Is it Jason Mantzoukas?
Yes.
Nice.
Is that it? Yeah, Jason Mantzoukas as Dr. Hirolook, because
that's pretty fucking great, actually.
That's 100%. You can't tell me otherwise.
Anyway,
man.
Back to the Galley Law Company.
Galley Law.
Water 7, baby.
People wouldn't keep listening if they didn't want us to go on stupid tangents all the time.
Oh, for sure. Fucking, this is where I did write my note where I was like, I felt like the pace of these episodes is great, and it's continuing to be great. I'm very excited. Iceberg, we learned about Iceberg, how he became the mayor. He was a talented shipwright, and then he helped like merge all 7 shipwright companies together to create the Galley Law Company that were within Water 7. Mm-hmm. I was wondering if he's like true neutral, because he's just kind of like,
I don't know,
there. And
I could see him going like, I feel like I could see him going like minor villain, but not in like a villainous way.
Sure.
Like he opposes them because maybe the Straw Hats push the limits of like what he feels. He's like, I've got, like my priority is this city and you guys are putting that at risk. But he seems like a good dude.
Yeah.
And I'm just basing that off of him adopting a mouse and naming it Tyrannosaurus, because I don't think a bad dude would do that.
I mean, Luffy's talking about how he wants a shipwright, and he straight up is like, hey, if you find a shipwright and they want to be on your crew, I'm not going to stop you from taking them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's cool, man. Sweet.
I mean, Luffy even tries to recruit Iceberg, and I feel like Luffy, if anything, Luffy's a pretty good judge of character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you, historian. I'll edit that out. I don't know why I just talked about an editing note. She quietly messaged me.
It's too late. You can't edit it out now. Anyway,
fucking Christ. Fine, we'll leave the spike in. All right, I won't. It's gone.
Usopp
won't
gets
even know
attacked.
What I'm talking about. Yeah, he's looking at the cannons, and then he gets jumped.
He's very excited about the cannons, and then he gets jumped by the Frankie family. Chopper's tracking Robin down after Robin disappeared, and he finds Sanji. And then we cut. I mean, it's just like a lot of cutting around, which is fine.
Yeah, we get like wistful Zoro talking to Mary, like ominously. He's like, is it true, Mary?
Then Kaku gets back, and he gets and starts talking about the going merry. He doesn't.
The background MVP comes out. He's like, I found these suitcases. Aren't these yours?
Yeah.
And he hands them to him. And Luffy's like, we got 200 million berries in that. And he's like, that's funny. And walks away.
And Kaku's basically like not saying outright what's going on. He like seems really shaken. And he basically and like Luffy and them are like, well, come on, we want you to fix our ship. And he basically just says like, no one can fix what is wrong with your ship. There is a 0 probability of your ship getting to the next island. And that's like the end of the episode. Is that the keel is fucked.
Keel is damaged.
Which is like and then it's like the Mary will never sail again.
I think Sanji says it in like one of the next episodes, which fucking tore at my heartstrings. I'm sorry, Sanji showing affection or consideration for anyone who doesn't have breasts is like, oh my god.
Yeah, like by that time when he put his
powerful.
hand on Chopper's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking what was I saying?
I know what you're gonna say. It's when Sanji says like,
Sanji's like, oh god, poor Usopp.
Yeah.
And at the end of this episode, I was like, oh god, poor Usopp.
Yeah.
Like, because like nobody cares about that ship as much as he does.
Yeah.
Like it's so important to him because his father figure Mary made it, and no other reason. Episode
233. Sanji.
Long nose, big heart. What? Yeah, sorry, I got it wrong. Episode 233. Sanji. Again. Background MVP is Lulu's bedhead.
I'm sorry. I was so excited to do the voice. I haven't done the voice.
Sanji. Oh no, poor Usopp. What's he gonna think?
What's he gonna think about the Mary when he hears about the keels all busted? His girlfriend that he used to tell lies to for years won't like him anymore.
Not that I knew that even she was a thing, actually.
Yeah,
but
no one ever told me about Clawdor.
I only make pizza Brooklyn style. I'll make some of it for Usopp.
Is his name Clawdor because when he has to open a door, his claws claw at the door?
I don't want to talk about that anymore.
That's so stupid. What an idiot. Anyway, Sanji.
Episode 233. Fuck Clawdor.
Fuck Clawdor. Sanji and Chopper are looking for Robin. Where could she be?
Sanji talks about he's like, I'm uneasy because of Robin's past history.
They go through a bunch of, then we cut back to the the dock, the shipwright building area, and they're going through like shipbuilding science and how that the keel is the most important part of a ship. It's the core.
It's like the spine.
Yeah.
Like the spine. Once that's gone.
And they're like, we could take the whole ship apart, but like if we put it back together, it's not going to be the same. And it's like, yeah, it won't be the same, but they could still call it the fucking Going. They could call it the Going Mary 2.
Yeah, that was like such. Okay, I'm not a carpenter. I feel like, if you measured the boards and cut them the same, you could essentially make the same ship. Fucking save the figurehead and you're good. Save the figurehead, save the.
I understand like the emotional weight of like they're like this won't be the same ship because it's not. But like, I know they're the best shipwrights in the world. So I understand and stuff. Whatever.
I'll give One Piece credit. It could have gone one route where it's like, oh yeah, this is a really emotional thing potentially for Usopp, or they completely remake the ship from scratch, and they hope Usopp doesn't notice.
Yeah.
But that would have just been 100 episodes of Usopp being like, something's not right. I don't know.
Something's not right about this. What's different? I thought when they were like Kaku was being all ominous, I thought this was going to be the reveal of who the fuck fixed the ship. Because I was like, yes, we're finally getting paid off. Where he's going to be like,
oh my god,
where he was going to be like, oh, this ship is special because it has this marking on it, which means this person fixed the fucking ship. But no, we did it. We still haven't fucking.
Do you think that person sabotaged the keel?
I'm wondering if that person sabotaged the keel. Did they sabotage the keel, historian?
I'm going to say keep watching Water 7.
Oh, is it going to be fucking Frankie? For some reason,
there's no
Frankie
way
went up to fucking Skypiea.
I will tell you guys, it is not. Frankie is not the one who fixed the ship in Skypiea, but I'm going to say keep watching Water 7.
Oh, God. Didn't you say we don't find out until episode like 800?
Oh, as far as who fixed the ship, no. No, you guys will know before the end of Water 7 who fixes the ship.
Thank fucking God. I thought that was going to be so drawn out because I wouldn't hold it past.
Between Water 7 and the next immediate arc, you will have a resolution on who fixed the ship.
It's going to be, it was me, Tyrannosaurus. I fixed the ship. Standing atop
He was in Skypiea the whole
300
time.
other mice.
I was in Skypiea the whole time. It's just going to be like,
I was Enawu the whole time.
it's going to be, it was like Robin or something. And she's like, I was a shipwright this whole time. Look at me. But now I got brainwashed into forgetting about it. But I sleep shipwright. Anyway, moving.
And they're like, oh, why do we get? Because they get Frankie eventually, and they're like, Frankie, we thought you were a shipwright. He's like, no, I'm a shitwright.
Robin's doing all the work over here.
I shit like nobody. I keep it all in my forearms. Nyek, nyek, nyek.
I just shit really right. I just shit real well.
I really like tall, slender women named after oils.
Birds.
Bird.
Oh, you're doing.
He's a Popeye.
You're doing Popeye
somewhere.
impression. Sorry, I was.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It's all right.
Anyway, there's a tall, slender woman on the crew named after a bird. So that's why I said. Anyway, moving on. So the keel's all fucked, and they're like, you can basically wait for the Mary to sink, or we could tear her apart.
Yeah, Luffy won't accept it, but Iceberg calls him out on it. He's like, "Well, you're the captain. You got to decide." So not very, captain-y of you to make such a rash decision.
Yeah.
Then Lulu shows up. Wait, no.
Well, no, they.
Yeah, Lulu walks up
Yeah.
with he's like, "There's government officials for you," and then he's got a little spike sticking out. This is very important. He's got a little spike sticking out the side of his head, and Iceberg can't not look at it. And he's like, "Lulu, you got some bedhead," and then he pushes it in, and it comes out the other side. And there's just this. To save time, there's a running gag where he's constantly pushing this spiky piece of hair, and it comes out parts of his head, anywhere there's hair, including his mustache. Fucking the funniest shit I've ever seen. This is the funniest fucking shit
I've ever fucking seen. Also, Iceberg gives Luffy and them, Cauliflower gives them a catalog of their ships and the kinds of ships they can make, and that the Mary is a caravel type of ship.
that he thinks wouldn't have made it very far on the Grand Line anyway, even though it did.
Yeah, they made it to fucking
Because-
Skypiea and back, baby.
Fucking one of the greatest ship engineers of our time built it with his bare goddamn hands.
Robin.
William S. Mary fucking crafted that thing through his own piss and vinegar. It's clearly a good ship. It went to Skypiea and back in one piece.
I mean,
mostly.
Mont Blanc Cricket kind of helped with that, but whatever.
A little bit.
But
Mostly it was Mary.
Anyway, moving on. Corgi from the
Fucking-
world
I
government
can't-
shows up, and
No,
he
shut
smells
up.
pirates.
There's going to be episode 700, and they're going to be like, oh, the Going Mary. Was this built by the Mary, the greatest man ever to live?
I can't.
Did you know that he was the One Piece?
I can't wait for the live action Netflix show and Mary to come out and to just see all the vitriol on the internet where everyone's like, look at this dumb fucking idiot Mary.
Yeah,
This
actually,
stupid.
here's a question. Historian, is there a wide take on Mary? People have to respect this dude because of what he made, right?
I don't know if the internet has wildly strong feelings about Mary. I haven't really heard anything bad about him. Usually it is just for the service he provided for the Straw Hats because they have the Going Mary. He is just held as he's cool. He contributed this very important. I mean, the Mary can basically be considered a part of the crew at this point. So
Yeah, 100%,
he functions as a keystone for that event.
Hey,
I
you motherfuckers in the Discord, sound off. Are you Team Mary or Team whatever? That guy's fine. That's what I need to know. When I say Mary, I mean marry the person, not the ship. We all love the ship. The ship's great.
I need to update the mod bot to find out a way to, if anybody talks shit about Mary, ban them. No, I was gonna say, I don't know how familiar people are. People are probably very familiar with like Firefly, that show, written by a creep, and also another creep was on it. But generally, I think, despite some of the creatives involved in that, is a good show. Farscape is what my mind went to. I feel like this arc starts to really, and I guess it was like in Skypiea too, like recognizing how much the Mary is a part of the team, which I always really like, and it usually happens in stuff where they're in space because the ship is very important. I really like that aspect of like, we have to take into consideration of like, how's the ship doing? Like, what's going on with it? Like, Farscape is a Jim Henson sci-fi show. The ship is alive, like literally. So they have to like constantly take into consideration a lot of stuff. And I feel like they're doing that a lot in Water 7. And I really like that shit. And again, like One Piece, I have no worry for anybody dying.
Sure.
Ever.
Yeah.
Right? Straw Hats are going to be fine. I don't see anybody like going out, considering how everyone survived in Skypiea. But like the Mary, I do know something happens to the Mary at some point. Is it now? Is it later? Like, so that does make me feel like, oh shit. Okay. Like this is stakes.
Yeah.
You know, like
I mean, we could talk about it in a little bit about like the stakes, because we talked about that a lot during the villain tier list episode about like the stakes that are built up by like the villains and stuff. This, again, I was talking about the pacing of this so far. It's literally 6 episodes, but like the pacing is wonderful because the stakes are so important to the characters. It's not like this outside like fucking enormous like the world is ending bullshit that like is like hard to grasp onto, but it's showing like the characters, the stakes are huge for them, even though like ultimately it doesn't affect anything really much around them, like the people in, but for them it's like the end of the world, where it's like,
and we don't even like, Usopp doesn't find out in the next 2 episodes either.
Yeah,
like,
Usopp is he's feeling a completely different stakes where, I mean, we could talk about it. I mean, Usopp basically.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah, the money disappears. There's a fun bit where like fucking Iceberg's talking to the government guys, and they're like saying like you need to act like an adult or something. And he's like, "Go away! I don't like you. I'm totally an adult." Yeah. Anyway, Luffy realizes the money is gone, and then Lulu says he saw the Frankie family with Usopp. So then.
I think he said, doesn't he say like Kaku first, and then it's like Kaku's right here, and he's like, oh,
yeah,
I don't know, some dude with a long nose.
Yeah,
you figure it out.
Yeah. So then we see Nami is basically bringing the money back in her little Yagura thing to get back to the Mary.
But yeah, Luffy just books it.
Yeah,
pretty much.
He just launches himself into the air and out.
Yeah,
and Nami takes off in her little Yagura to bring the money back to the Mary, which is like the most sensible thing you can do when you have fucking millions of berries. But then she finds Usopp beat the fuck up in the square, and he is
surrounded by
he
people.
is so ashamed
Dude.
of losing the money, and he's crying and he's bloody and he's beaten up, and Nami's like, it's okay, Usopp, and he's like, how am I gonna face Luffy? How am I gonna face Sanji? And like to Usopp, he's like, I've built this family up over the past however long as we've been sailing, and I have done the stupidest thing ever, and like the money that we have gathered together as a family on our adventures, I have lost it, and now we can't repair the ship that I care so much about and that is like the lifeblood of our family. And he is so ashamed, and it fucking is like tears you to the core. It sucks.
Yeah, I mean, we see like I think a core aspect of Usopp that doesn't like, I think he, covers up with lying and overselling himself and stuff, is like, it is so clear, and I don't know anybody who wouldn't feel this way. Like, if you had to be around Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro, Chopper, Robin too, like, at least Nami is like a person.
Yeah.
These people who can fucking lift buildings and shit, like, and then you're Usopp, and like, I don't think Usopp probably can tell that he is legitimately the only reason they got as far as they have.
Yeah.
He has literally kept the ship afloat. He has done things he's not equipped to do because he needed to. Like, it's one of those things, like, you watch a show and you're like, yeah, everybody's important, but there's that one character who is like the fucking heart and foundation, and it is 100% Usopp.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but he sells
Like-
himself short because he doesn't see himself that way.
Yeah.
And it's like fully,
Because like you fucking compare yourself to Zoro and you're like, I wasn't strong enough. Like I was too inadequate to do what Luffy, Sanji, Zoro would have no trouble doing. Chopper would have no trouble doing. Like,
yeah,
and that like, oh, you see that like insecurity and everything like boil. Oh god, it really like rattled me. I felt so fucking bad. We were watching the dub. The voice actor killed it.
yeah.
It was like just every line he delivers from this point forward just sells that desperation and that like whimpering frustration that you feel in that kind of like useless moment. It's beautiful. It's fucking you get 230 episodes in and fucking then One Piece really sailing.
Yeah, it really is. Nami's basically like, you stay right here, Usopp. I'm gonna go get help. Like,
God, it was so. They might have my favorite bond. You can tell those two are like, we get each other because anything that everybody else has gone through would kill us.
They're the normies. Yeah. So Nami goes off, and as she's saying it, she's like, we got to get that money back because we got to fix the ship or we got to buy a new one. She says that to herself. I just wrote the note, like, Mary's in trouble, Robin's missing, Usopp's beat. Everything's fucked.
Shit's bad.
We get to the Frankie house and they're like talking about what they're going to use the money for, and they're celebrating because they've never had this much money before. They always just like gamble it away or spend it partying. And Frankie is there with his mask and he's just like, oh, we're going to use this for that business expense we've been saving for. Yeah. Whatever that is.
I think around this, like, Sanji and Chopper get back to the ship and Zoro updates them on what's going on.
Yeah, I think that's what I meant. Yeah. But then while they're at the Frankie house, the fucking door blows off the place, and it's Usopp.
Yeah, and I 100% was like, oh, Luffy's here. Okay. Like,
yep, no.
But no, it's fucking Usopp.
No, it's Usopp, and he's just, like, ready to fucking go. But then, like, immediately they all start just, like, beating him the fuck up and, like, dicking on him super hard. And I just wrote, like, all of Usopp's inner demons and like inner anxiety and stuff is being vocalized by the Frankie crew, where they're like, "Oh, how the fuck are you hanging out with like the Straw Hats? Like you're nothing." Just like beating him up, and it's terrible. It breaks your fucking heart.
Yeah,
he's so vital to the crew.
Yeah, and it's just something like, it's just one of those things, you know. It's a good reminder if you got a friend who matters a lot, who might have a lot of insecurities, you remind your friends that you love them and you care about them.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
God, fucking so good. This has to be where a lot of people are like, Usopp is my favorite Straw Hat, right?
Yeah.
This has to be like a major. This fucking dude dodged lightning. Sanji sells himself so hard. All right.
I just had a prediction in my head. I'll save it for later.
Okay.
234.
34. Oh, I feel like I'm not going to say what happens. There's a thing that I recall a friend of the show showing me drunkenly one night that was from this. And I'm just piecing things together, but I'm not 100% sure. And if it is what I think it is, that I vaguely remember, it's going to be hype as fuck, man.
Okay.
Things are only going to get more hype.
I can
and
imagine.
Maybe more emotional.
I mean, people have said that Water 7 is their fucking, like, favorite arc. And I know some spoilers about at least something or some things that happen soon, I think.
Is it Usopp related specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I just say it? Historian, should I just say it?
I think
Is it something... So I saw a video before this, like, podcast was even an idea, and I just remember something about Usopp becoming, like, a vigilante.
I think the information you both have, Mike, what you have, and Matt, what you have, I think kind of play into the same hand, but Mike's really excited and Matt wants to cry about it.
Oh no, man, there's something I don't know then.
I mean, I can just say it.
I don't.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, yeah, no,
That's fine.
We'll
I will talk
soon.
about my prediction with historian off the recording, and then we could bring it up later. Just because.
Say it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say part of what I know because I don't want to ruin the other thing. But I was spoiled somehow, somewhere. I don't remember because I think I was looking at episode descriptions or something like that, and it said something about Usopp leaving the crew. Yeah.
So these might be related?
Probably. And then I have the prediction in my head based on the opening credits. So I don't know.
He fights Luffy.
Well, that's okay. So here's my prediction in my head, and I hope I'm right. I think after like whatever the fuck is happening right now, I feel like Usopp is going to be so ashamed that he's like, I'm leaving the crew. And I feel like Luffy's not going to let him. So then he's going to be like, if you want to leave the crew, you have to beat me in a fight. And then Usopp's going to beat Luffy in a fight using dials and then leave the crew. And that's what's like in the opening sequence of the show. I could be wrong, but I think that would be really fucking cool.
I have a similar prediction based on Luffy's decision at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Because I feel like what he says definitely is going to be like Usopp's like, no, absolutely not.
That might make more sense now. But I think
I don't know. That's my thought. Is like he's like, this ship represents my home and like everything I left behind. Like I don't know.
Ooh, maybe they're fighting for the
234.
Mary.
Yeah, it might be. He's like, fine, go get your new ship, but I'm keeping this one. Like I'm Captain Usopp.
Yeah, interesting.
Like eat shit.
Yeah.
Episode 234.
Yes.
What the fuck, Frankie?
Yeah, what the fuck, Frankie? Fuck you.
What the fuck, Frankie? Background MVP is Frank House Explosion.
Yep. Hell yeah. Usopp, they're all dicking on Usopp. Usopp shoots an exploding star at Frankie, who he just punches through it.
Fucking Frankie barefoot kicks Usopp in the face. Can you imagine anything more disrespectful than getting kicked in the face by somebody's raw fucking toes?
I don't think he wears shoes at all. He's got big.
Does Frankie not wear shoes?
Got big old.
Frankie is barefoot.
Gross.
Frankie's a nasty boy.
Frankie's not riddling it, unfortunately.
Gross. Don't name that person on this podcast.
Jesus, what did he do? We don't have to get into it.
Mateus Puzzles.
Mateus Puzzles.
Did you already say that Usopp tries to shoot Frankie and he just punches it?
Nami's on the ship protecting the money. And Sanji, Chopper, Zoro are going after Usopp in the Frankie house, and then Luffy just falls out of the sky.
I've been to go along with the good pace of Water 7, it's been so good at like, like very like heavy moments and then like just a quick laugh so you can breathe and then get back into it, which is how you should. All media doesn't need to be like this, but I fucking have such a soft spot for media. If you know how to pace tone, go watch MASH. Because this is how MASH paces tone in an episode.
They get you fucking bawling your eyes at one scene, and the next they're just like,
yeah. It's like, we're having a goof 'em up, and then it's just like, that guy who loves music will never hear again. And then it's like, oh, another gag. You're like, oh my god, what's happening? That's how life is.
Yeah. Luffy falls from the sky. He's like, I was trying to be like that guy Kaku.
He he's just falling, smacks into the side of a building, bounces off the sidewalk into the water, and then Zoro, Sanji, and Chopper are just watching as it happens.
As he like drowns, and they're like, okay, we'll help you, bud. Imagine if we weren't here right now, you would be dead. Yeah. I did notice every once in a while, Iceberg says, meow. I don't know if that's a distinct laugh, but every once in a while he goes, meow. Oh, no. Mike froze. Oh, no. Historian.
Uh-oh.
Mike froze.
We've never encountered this before, but I'm sure Mike's audio is still recording himself. I wonder maybe he lost power.
Maybe. Or maybe we have bad internet? No, because we're still here.
We're still here.
Should we pause? We're back, baby.
Hey, hey, everybody. Sorry, my computer just hard froze. So there is like a little interruption and probably some editing magic happening here. Maybe it'll just be seamless. Matt, you were saying something about well, and Iceberg saying that a lot.
Oh, is he saying well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well.
Oh,
It's
I
like,
thought he was saying.
well.
I thought he was saying wow. So he's going like wow.
Wow. Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, it's just like it's his equivalent of a laugh, I guess.
I love that.
What? That took the fucking wind out of my sails, that computer crash thing.
It's fine. We'll
okay.
get back into the emotional because it's about to happen. Basically,
Yeah.
the government thinks he has like something going on, secret, whatever. He has
he has Robin's wanted poster in the back.
It's a young. Yeah, is Robin's wanted poster always young Robin, or is that specifically a young Robin?
I don't think she has an updated one from what we've seen.
Okay, interesting. Chopper finds Usopp's beat the fuck up body on the ground outside the Frankie house when he and Luffy and Zoro and Sanji arrive to take care of business. And they stabilize him, Chopper gets him going, and then motherfucking the bop start.
Bop, 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 bop.
Friend of the show in the Discord, Galaxy, sent us, I think posted in the Discord, it's like a bunch of like TikToks or short videos compilation, but there's one specific one where it's
them just walking through the woods swinging their arms.
It's so fucking good. It's just like boom, doom, doom, boom, and they're just like the four of them walking. I love it. It's great. But the buzz start, and I just love how gung ho Sanji, Luffy, Zoro, and Chopper are just like,
yeah, they're just like, this isn't about money anymore. You hurt Usopp.
Yeah, it's so fucking, it's so good.
They care so much about him. Like, they all start having, like, remembering just, like, little tender Usopp moments and how much they love him, and, like,
yeah.
They are so ready to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Fucking, they bust in. There's a big dude, like a 16-foot tall dude, and Luffy's just punching him in the gut, and they're like, that's not gonna do anything until he just like he starts turning red and then just punches through his armor.
He gum cannons right through the dude's fupa.
Yeah. Yup. Zoro just cuts cannonballs and cannons in half. Sanji fucking leaps in, roundhouse kicking everybody.
He does a party table kid course.
Oh my god. Chopper in the smoke, giant just eating a rumble ball, then going horn point on everybody's ass. Ugh. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Fucking, I feel like Chopper was the most like, oh my god, because Chopper adores Usopp.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Literally, they're just like, oh, it's so fucking
It's fucking
good.
crazy to see Chopper especially be like, not like, oh god, these guys might be dangerous. He's like, no, I don't care. I'm gonna wreck some shit.
Yeah.
With the boys.
Yeah. And then just like they're like, it's not about money. It's not even about that anymore. And then Luffy says like the fucking coldest line ever. He's like, not even your bones will be left. And I was like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah. Luffy's gonna eat
I think
those
before
as a snack.
I think before they go in, Luffy even says, he's like, let's go blow up that house. like they're like, it's not standing.
And like no hesitation, they're all like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. And it's like, it's so impressive and like exciting to be like, oh, when they all are just like, okay, we're putting all of our shitty petty differences aside that we always fight about, and we are focusing all of our energy into just like murdering these people. And it's just like, okay, yeah, good.
I can't wait for this to happen with like a major villain too or something, where it's like, because if you coordinate all the Straw Hats in one direction, it's scary.
It's very scary. It's like when you saw, I don't know. It's great. It's really, really fucking awesome. And they blow up. Frankie House explodes.
They blow up Frankie House. Yeah.
Frankie House explodes.
Just like in the intro.
Yeah. And then they're all just kind of standing there, and Luffy's sitting on like the remains of the Frankie House.
Yeah. Frankie in his weird mask outfit gets on the train. While Chopper checks on Usopp and stabilizes him. They head back to the Mary with Usopp, and then Luffy announces that he's made a decision that they're going to part with the Mary.
Yep.
And I wrote, "What the fuck?"
It's very, very upsetting.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that will cause some discourse.
That's got to be at least a huge part of why Usopp is like, all right.
That's
no.
For sure. And it's going to be really interesting because they literally, the four of them just like went to fucking town for Usopp. And it's going to be really interesting to see the discourse coming out of that of like, do they feel for Usopp now if he's like, no, I disagree with you. I'm not doing this. Like, how are I don't know. It's going to be really interesting. Again, the stakes are so big for the characters, but it's not this like out of the ordinary crazy. Like,
no, it's like their personality, like it's personal hang-ups.
It's just great storytelling. What the fuck, Skypiea? What the fuck?
I'm curious. Yeah, it's a lot better when you don't just like totally lore dump. I'm curious if it's gonna be like Usopp's gonna wake up and be like, that was my fight. Like,
yeah.
If he's gonna have that like pride aspect of being like, you guys don't have to do everything for me. I know you guys are tough and strong, but like, let me fix my own mistakes sometimes, because like, I don't know, I feel that.
It's gonna be. I'm sure it's gonna be all of it.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm so excited. I love it. Historian, how are you feeling with me and Mike getting all excited about this?
I mean, I think it's really exciting. I think Water 7 is definitely like when One Piece, I mean, kind of kicks it into high gear. I don't feel like there's a lot of wasted space in Water 7. Not that the other arcs had wasted space, but there definitely is stuff that it's like, okay, this exposition got a little more dragged out than one might hope. Water 7 does a very good job of making a lot of things feel clean, because you do get introduced to so many characters who are so established and well built just from learning their name and their job title, and you're like, oh, I know exactly who this is. There isn't like much to learn outside of that, and it's just how all of these new characters interact with the Straw Hats.
Do you think Oda kind of like up to this point got hung up on trying to be Dragon Ball?
I don't know
like,
if necessarily.
With like he's like, I've got to have a big bad who's going to destroy a big area or something.
I think Water 7 is a good launching point for a lot of other things that have been built up in the show for a while. We know the Mary has been taking damage for a while. We know Robin has had a wanted poster since she was a child, before she ever met the Straw Hats. We know there's a lot of other things going on in the world of One Piece, and this is just like the perfect opportunity to kind of bring those in to start affecting the Straw Hats on a personal level.
Yeah, Water 7.
That's a good point. Yeah, there is like this is a payoff for all these little nuggets that have been placed along the way.
Cool. Hey,
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Because I talked to the historian a little bit about this. So what are we watching next in consideration to our own emotional well-being?
Okay, so there is a series of the next 2 episodes coming up. Hold on, let me pull up. Do I have a tab on my computer open of the episode breakdowns? I think I do.
Also, just like, to be fair, we had 6 episodes here, and we were about to hit 2 hours when the recording broke, and then now we're back, and we're probably going to talk for at least another 20 minutes. So, like,
I know.
We could eat two emotionally draining episodes. We could probably talk for a while about it.
So the next episode you'd be starting with 235, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so episode 235 and 236, I think these are, two good episodes to be like, okay, I'm going to watch these back to back. I don't want to take a break between these two. I think due to the high stakes you guys have in certain characters, I think you could do these 2 episodes and probably talk about it for a solid 45 minutes. That being said, I think you could still, hold on one second.
Yeah, are we gonna I feel like there's so much risk of us stopping dead in the middle of something.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, I feel like we did that a bunch in Alabasta.
And 136 for sure.
Okay.
235.
And then 235 and 236 for sure. I'm just checking the next couple episodes.
Okay. Cool. Should we, while you're doing that, do you want us to, we could do some transponder snails?
Yeah, do some transponder snails. I think that's a good idea.
And then, I don't know if you have a game prepared as well, but...
I didn't prepare the game. I got focused on the birthday bit, unfortunately.
That's okay. The birthday bit was good. That kind of was a game, so... All right. Should we get into these transponder snails, Mike?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at what we were doing 100 episodes ago. I think we were just out of Alabasta.
We had just gotten out of Alabasta because the 5 episodes after Alabasta was those filler
episodes. It was a fireworks episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have transponder snail from friend of the show, Carp.
Carp.
Says, hi, everyone.
Do you want to read?
Huh?
Yeah, you read this one. I'll read the one because I feel like I put Pride and Prejudice on blast.
I mean, that's fine. I kind of did, but you definitely did more. But also, we can just both fight Rona or Rachel.
It's fine.
All
right,
hi.
go focus on Carp.
Carp. Hi, everyone.
Monkey
It's
Carp.
Carp again. I'm glad you enjoyed the game last time, so I thought it would be fun to do it again. But this time, there will be 3 devil fruits.
No.
Oh my god, you didn't tell me this one ahead of time.
Oh, sorry. Are you ready?
Okay, yeah. This is stressful.
So similar
I've
game.
Seen this whole show. This is stressful.
So Carp sent us a transponder snail last time that basically gave us 2 different devil fruits and their descriptions of what their powers are, and then gave us and said one of them is real and one in the One Piece world and one is not. So we had to decide on it. So now there are 3 devil fruits here that we have to choose from. I don't know if one of them is real and the other 2 are not, or historian could figure it out.
Okay.
Anyway.
Interesting.
3 devil fruits. Number 1, the pocket fruit allows whoever eats it to have infinite pockets in their body where they can store things. Gross. 2, the nail.
Across the Spider-Verse.
The nail fruit. Whoever eats it to grow and control their nails at will.
Oh my god.
Or 3.
That one's fake. That one's fake.
3, the spin fruit allows whoever eats it to spin any part of their body like a propeller. I'll end this email with another game I thought of. Tell me if you like it. I'll ask a question that's been asked in the SBS. Try to guess what Oda answered. So we'll get to that after. Let's focus on the devil fruits first. So pocket fruit, nail fruit, or spin fruit.
I think it's number 1. I think it's the pocket.
You think that's the real one?
No. It's spin. Because Oda wouldn't call something pocket. He would call it spin.
Can I give you guys one hint?
Sure.
So this is 2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie is what is set up in
so
front of
2 of these are real?
2 of those are real. One of them is fake. If that,
okay,
I feel like I was like, oh, this will be helpful. They'll know there's only one that's fake, and then you both just groaned miserably.
Okay, so I think the pocket fruit is not real. I don't think that's real.
I'm going pocket and spin are real.
The nail fruit? I think
I
that's
don't
real.
want it to be
I don't
real.
want it to be real, but I think
it
that's
to be.
real.
We already got like sharp boobies who basically did this. But, like, not as nasty somehow.
Yeah.
So, Matt, you are saying the pocket is fake, and
Correct.
Mike, you are saying the nail is fake.
Yeah.
Mike, you are correct on this one. The nail fruit is not. The pocket is very real, as well as the spin is very real.
Spin
It's
is
just
fine.
the visual. I
Gross,
don't think
pocket
Oda would
pocket.
do the because he knows the nails would be all curly and fucked up. It's just
Gross. All right.
I wrote One Piece.
All right. Mike is Oda. He's never watched the show.
I'm surprised you guys didn't get tripped up because weirdly enough, so the nail fruit doesn't exist, but there is a devil fruit that's only in the anime that you guys saw, the sickle fruit, that basically does the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Well, that's that's pointy boobs, right?
No, she's like the spike fruit or something.
Oh,
No.
sickle fruit.
Yeah.
I don't remember who the fuck sickle.
Does that mean
Sickle cell fruit is.
their feet are sickled, if you will?
No, it's it's during your favorite arc, the Millennial Dragons arc, the guy with the
gross.
claws.
Gross.
I
Hate it.
can't imagine why we forgot.
You forgot
Listen,
Eric?
the Millennial Dragons are going to be important.
The Millennial Dragons will be important when they reach their 40s and the boomers all die. The boomer dragons all die, and the Millennial Dragons start to pick up
gonna
the
get-
pieces of this society.
There's some fucking psychopath who works on the filler who's like, my Millennial Dragons arc will be complete. Planting the seeds.
All right. Carp
Sorry.
had a second game in their email. SBS Volume 16. We basically have to answer the question that is posed to Oda from the SBSs. SBS Volume 16, Chapter 140. If I eat Luffy, will I become a rubber man? And we have to guess what Oda said.
I bet he says no, that's gross.
I feel like he would say no, and he'll stay in your body for 7 years.
It seems like Oda's like
Like
very
he's
kind of no
bubblegum.
nonsense and a little sassy when he
Yeah.
answers these.
Yeah. Carp, I guess historian could look it up, but I don't know if they're going
I'm
to do that.
trying
No,
to find
what's
it for
wrong
you
with
guys. Hold on.
Also,
What does SBS stand for?
I don't know.
I don't know if it stands for something specifically, but it's like a talk back at the end of a show.
Specific bullshit.
So the question was, if I eat Luffy, can I become a rubber human? And he just says, you would get food poisoning.
Oda, that's good.
Hell
Luffy
yeah.
just has salmonella
Hell
at
yeah.
all times.
Yeah, I mean, that tracks. That
Yeah.
boy's nasty.
Carp also just said, have fun in Water 7. See y'all in the Discord. We'll see you in there, Carp.
See you first. All right, next email from Roranoa Rachel.
Hello.
Oh, God.
Real life friend of the show who we might have to face after talking shit. Qualms about Pride and Prejudice opinions. Dear sirs, all capital. While I do abide and align with the Mike mindset of being a hater at all costs because everyone's opinion is valid as everyone else's, I would be remiss to not try to bring some new perspective and opinion to the quote dismissive attitude that seemed prevalent in episode 39. As an English major, getting hoity-toity there. As an English major, and as a person who studied Austen's line of novels at Oxford University, fuck off. I could go off way too long about why. Even in italics, Pride and Prejudice in italics is a literary landmark. But I suppose I'll sum it up really simply as Austen's portrayal of different characters in relationship asks readers to think about what truly forms the alliance of marriage, especially in the context of marriage in the early 19th century, when it comes to the economic, sexual, and companionate attraction between two parties. Not just, sorry, it takes me, words are hard because I was an art major. Not just rich people tramping around the countryside. Yeah, Mr. Darcy brings in 10,000 pounds a year, equivalent to 16 mil in today's economy. Anyway, even though it takes place in the early 1800s, I think a lot of women and men still find similarities and relatability in the story today. I could go on, all caps, but I won't, and I'm sure Mike will find a way to loophole around my opinion, which is fair. I think I just did by shitting on your English major. Signing off, Roranoa Rachel. I think their outfits are stupid. What episodes are we watching next time? Do we have no other opinion? You're just gonna let me shit on that?
I don't know. I haven't seen or read Pride and Prejudice. Everything I know.
It's a bunch of rich people tramping around the country.
Yeah, they're just like, ooh, this rich fellow, Mr. Bingley, just arrived.
It's probably
and we want to date that guy.
I bet it's like ye old equivalent of Friends. It's like, Ross and Rachel, are they back together? Will they? Won't they? I don't know. I don't particularly care for Friends either. I'm sorry.
It's fair. I can appreciate the emotional importance that it has on society and like
Friends or Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice. Friends, okay. Take or leave, whatever. I know. I grew up in a time where like that was like the most exciting show, but like I don't think it holds up very well. Having seen some episodes, I'm like, this could be better.
A few episodes.
It's a little much. It's just like Saved by the Bell. Saved by the Bell, you can have a lot of.
Dude, I'm 100% team Saved by the Bell. Are you fucking kidding me?
Zach, have you seen like
Zach Morris ate the time fruit. He can freeze time.
Yeah, sure. But have you seen like that entire like online series of like Zach Morris is like a piece of trash or whatever?
No. What?
It literally is it Zach Morris?
I mean, he's not a good person.
They just go through like every fucking episode of fucking Saved by the Bell where like Zach Morris is a predator. Zach Morris does this. Zach Morris like he like swindled a bunch of people out of their money. Like he is a piece of shit. Zach Morris
it's
is
just
a piece of
really
shit.
it's a long-running Black Mirror episode.
Pride and Prejudice too. Pride and Prejudice too, I guess.
Yeah. People will watch a TV show where a dude fucks a pig and then complain about Saved by the Bell. I'm gonna out myself here. I don't actually watch that much TV because I will watch like one episode of something and be like, that's weird. There's no stretchy boys punching anything. I'm bored. That's how it is. And I don't really understand Black Mirror seems whatever.
You know, it sounds pretty great. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I just looked up the plot to Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and it sounds like Pride and Prejudice, but way better. Because it says early 19th century England is besieged by zombies.
I just read an entire email about what Pride and Prejudice is about, and I still don't understand what it's about. I feel like Rachel just said a bunch of fancy words. I feel like it was a bunch of fancy words that made a bunch of rich people tramping around in the countryside sound fancy. It's just written well.
It's written well, and it's
I'm sure it's beautifully
Rona
written.
Rachel's argument is that it's not just like it's not unrelatable content. It's not unrelatable fiction. Like people can identify themselves within the story of Pride and Prejudice, while you and I probably cannot. Other people reading it probably can.
I know. I'm gonna do a side podcast with Rona or Rachel called like Hater Squad or something because I feel so bad. It's like Dune, Avatar, the Blue People one,
where you just shit on things, and then
I have no actual strong opinion on Pride and Prejudice. I'm sure it's like what I haven't consumed any Pride and Prejudice media.
Should we start a sub section of the podcast called Hater Squad where we just shit on things we don't like, or shit on One Piece things we don't like?
Yeah, I got bored halfway through the new Dune. Fucking crazy. Yeah. That's what happens when you make a movie out of a like fucking rule book, like D&D rule book. Turns out it's not super interesting. Half that book is a dictionary. Anyway,
hey,
don't read Dune. Go watch One Piece. Go read One Piece. It's so much less up its own ass. It's great.
Yeah. Hey, we did it.
It hates rich people too.
I think this is probably the longest podcast we've recorded.
It's going to be a deep 2.5 hours.
It's going to be 2.5 hours. So you're welcome, you motherfuckers out there. We just
get some more hate mail.
Yeah. Hey, send in the hate mail.
Hey.
I love it. Ronor, Rachel, thank
gonna-
you. Carp, thank you.
Yeah. Caveat: I 100% respect whatever your media preferences are. I don't think anything is worthless. I love that you love what you love. Truly, I just think it's funny to be a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's all good, baby. It's all good.
The opinions of Mike are not the opinions of the Fun Piece podcast as a whole.
Only part.
Hey, do you think the Fun Piece subreddit died when the Reddit thing happened? I don't really know what the Reddit thing was, but I know like Reddit exploded for a day or something.
I don't really use Reddit unless I'm looking for like obscure links to like how to fix something I'm working on at work, or like if I'm looking for a very obscure, I don't know, piece of information. I really don't use Reddit much. I know a lot of people like live on Reddit.
I'm not allowed to have Reddit anymore.
I tried to like...
I forgot I was going to out you about your Animal Crossing black market.
Yeah, if anyone's still, playing Animal Crossing, Historian can hook you up with some amiibos.
No. That was a very dark time in my life, okay?
Sorry, I shouldn't joke about it. Fun Piece subreddit still up. We are not affiliated, but if you want to see some mediocre hentai, I don't know.
I mean,
cowardly.
Some of you motherfuckers who listen to the podcast have been sharing your own smut in the smut channel on our Discord, which you can find the link in the description. And I have to say, liking that smut, folks.
The smut channel hasn't been active since April.
I think I killed it. I shared that picture of the crocodile photo with all the different dicks he has and stuff.
No, I mean, it was pretty dick focused before that, Matt, so I don't think...
I know, but I don't know. Historian shared the image without the dick showing, and I was like, here it is, full force.
Well, because I wanted to give
it's age restricted for a reason.
Yeah, the option to click in. They're adults.
I think, yeah, that's fine. Anyway. Hey, everybody.
How do you guys feel about crocodile not being circumcised?
Hey, can we get that bonus episode where it's you guys going through the entire cast and deciding if they're circumcised or not?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Did you already do that?
I did part of that.
I feel like maybe.
I did part of when I did. It was either when I did Bad or Dad, or I did that in a filler episode where like half of them I gave up. I was like also circumcised or uncircumcised. Like I did. I could do the whole thing again if you want.
We got so many more boys.
There's got to be a better alternative. You guys can do like a Boxers or Briefs episode.
Ooh, that Boxers or Brief is fun. I mean, whole Galila company, all circumcised. They can't have any extra fabric or skin in the way while they're using tools. The tools might get in the way. So
you can't have any loose skin.
Well, yeah, you got to tie your hair back. You can't have any loose-fitting clothing, closed-toed shoes, circumcised.
It's breaking OSHA code to not be.
Oh my god, man. I don't think Zoro wears underpants.
No, he definitely doesn't. Sanji probably wears 2 pairs.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
We're well over an hour and a half. Do you want to know what
I'm waiting for Mike to or we need to know what episodes we're listening to.
We don't know what episodes we're watching.
Okay, so I did double check. I think you are fine to watch another 6 episodes. It's not going to cut you off in the middle of anything. I do personally request that Mike, after you finish 233 and 234, you do just do an off-the-cuff recording of your initial reaction. But you guys will be watching 233 to 239, I believe. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3.
235.
235.
235 to 239.
Well, it would be 235 to 240, right? That's 6.
Oh, to 240. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Hey guys,
Mike.
We don't know how to read and we can't do math.
We can't do math. I work in medical.
But we
don't
will
expect me to
hate
do math.
on the things you love.
We will.
Matt.
Yes.
I gave it to the historian last time because you took too long, so speed it up. What do you think the One Piece is?
It's Tyrannosaurus!
Wow, 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 wow.
Bow, bow.
Oh, I don't want to edit this.
Sorry. I'm gonna pause.
知り合いじゃなくて友達じゃなくて俺たちは